The York Hotel was both a very private and a very public space. It was a tenement hotel, but there were lots of people who lived there long term, but there were also people who were booking the space, for one night or 2 nights or whatever. There were a few of the long-term tenants that were the last people to leave the hotel when it was finally closed. And on a practical level, I don't know whether all of those people had places to go to after the hotel was closed.
Yeah.
Or even if they had places to go to, whether they had the wherewithal to, get a truck and boxes and help to move things and stuff like that, things that we tend to take for granted. Members of that community may not necessarily have access to.
We felt very voyeuristic being there, and we struggled with it, I think, a little bit too, because we didn't feel that we necessarily had the right to be in there, even though we had the permission from the city to be in this building that had been shut down for a year and a half at this point, so there was nobody living in it. When does a personal space stop being a personal space? And when does it go back to being a public space when it's a hotel room? I think part of the reason why we didn't want to show the actual object was we didn't want it to be this sort of sensational look at, here's an object that we took from the hotel.
By showing the photographs of the things life-size and casts of the things life-size, and those casts actually cast shadows on the wall below them. It's a way of sort of coming at the idea of absences and layers of absences. The thing is not there, just like the people are no longer there, just like the hotel is no longer there.
And all of the stories, you're never going to get a complete
Yes.
truth from any of these photos. You're going to, despite the fact that we tried to stay as neutral as possible, you're still going to take away your own perceptions of what you're looking at and build your own stories of what that space is.
You have the luxury of printing images that don't fully resolve except when you look at them in a certain way. There's that transparency. You had mentioned the ephemeral quality of the place, the things in the place. So making a near life-size image of a room on that silk and watching that just move in the breeze in the gallery brings to mind that fragility that revolves around this place that no longer existed.
And memory as well too.
And memory.
And how as time passes, memories become a little bit more faded.
It's fallen victim to the wrecking ball. It's gone, and the people have been scattered. But hopefully, maybe this work is a little bit of resistance against that, because it is a way to capture what is now lost. It's a way of hopefully honoring the people who were part of that history.